Welcome to Bluescraft.
Am I a figment of your imagination?
Or are you a figment of mine?
Show you how I build this?
But you can't see it.
Let's try.
I want to build a building, at least one, that spans the distance between the two risers. So if this is the edge of a riser and this is the edge of a riser, I want a building that lays down like that. And that is magnetizable so that even if they're not close enough, I can do another walkway type of thing.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to start with is to get this box a little bit more structurally
stable.
Show you guys how I did that magnet this time.
Maybe.
I have my superpowered magnet. I got a screw. I got a piece of wood. Ta-da! Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to measure it where it's going to sit in there. The way that just smashed everything means I need a new razor blade. I don't know if I have any razor blades, so I'm gonna go scrounge for razor blades. That sounds really bad, but hopefully I come back with all my fingers. I glued the magnet in, and a quick thing to note would be that this box isn't really square. I don't know if you can see that here in comparison. When I glued these pieces back on, I purposely shifted the box a little bit to make it look a little tweaked and a little bit off. It's a trick that I've learned that if you take the flaps off of these boxes and then twist them a little bit and then glue them back together, you can get the box to look even more distorted and the building comes out even more distorted. So I have the magnet in there. Going to build the door real quick and brick this up and then move on to grouting it just so I can get this piece kind of strong and stable. And then I'll start working on the inside. I got this grouted. The bottom pretty much, the magnet put in, bottom pretty much done, right? I'm gonna do the inside flooring. I got some chunks of wood glued down in there just to keep it even more weighted down. Then I'm going to plank over this. There will be no access. I have another light I rigged up, paper dowel, light diffuser. That's gonna go in there. I was just looking at how this, double check that's in frame.
Let me back you up a little bit.
Okay.
So I was just looking how this trunk will be floating, and I don't like this gap. It's too close to the base for me to give it strength. So I think I'm gonna have to cut this piece off and have like another piece floating off of here. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
There we go.
That's gonna make up our bridge section of it that's folded over. I'm gonna break it down into a few more pieces. Got my pieces laid out how I want them set up. I showed you this tie wire last video and it was rusty as heck. So I put some WD-40 on it to get some of the rust off. And I'm just gonna get myself a couple lengths of it. I'm gonna use it on there. I might double it up. That's why I made it so long, just to give it extra strength. This will allow the piece to actually be slightly flexible. Tie wire is all rusty, so you want to be careful about jamming it in your fingers.
Don't want none of that tetanus.
Going on.
So now I'm just gonna bend these.
Bend them and twist them.
Alright.
Alright.
Got my two pieces. I am going to try to get them as flat as I can, straight as I can. Something like that, yeah. So I had another idea for this, which was to use these straws. I wonder if I couldn't slide this through the straws. So then it has a little home where it lives in. It might make it easier. It might make it structurally stronger. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
I'm going to put some straws in here.
That looks like it's going to work pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and just glue these so I can move on. The sooner I get these wires glued in here, the sooner I can wash all this rust off my hands. So that's our chunk of dilapidated house wired together. Pretty cool. I'm gonna wash my hands. We're gonna move on to the next part. I put these blocks of wood in here.
They're for whittling?
And they were free. Yeah, best price. Anyways, I mounted two of them in there to give weight. So this thing has a lot of weight. I can put a lot of weight on this and it won't be able to flip it. Anyways, I'm gonna drill some holes right in here to hold those wires. There you go. The structural integrity of this will be increased when I detail the outside and the inside. I'll be able to shape these more. Now at least I have this piece constructed and where it's going to live in there. That means that I can move on to enclosing this area. Now, before I get too far into this, I'm going to cover the inside in corrugated paper. There we go, that's it all interiorized, floor's done, rigged up. It's kind of very wobbly right now. Hopefully when I get the other supports in, that'll change. I did put a little light in here and a little staircase, add some detail.
Have a little flavor there.
One of the things I grabbed was these wooden dowels. I have two different kinds. I have the bamboo kind and I have like a pine. The reason I would suggest the bamboo for this particular project is the way that it breaks has a very cool effect. So if I break this in the right spots, I should be able to mimic the cracks on there a little bit. And that might help hold the piece together both visually and physically. This is a good learning step right here. What I messed up that can keep you guys from doing the same thing. Don't build on top of yourself. Like, I got excited and I built this floor and I was doing the details of the building and I just put in that floor, not thinking, and I should have framed in those windows first. So now I have to do fiddly work with my hands in there and it sucks, but I need to learn that lesson because I do that often. I stopped doing the detail on this one so that I could switch over to this one and kind of do a reference. As you can see, I have built this piece.
I
feel like it needs a little bit more reference as to what it is because it just kind of looks like a hanging piece of cardboard. So I'm going to go ahead and try to cut in some windows. I got all the windows cut out. I'm going to start on the detailing, going around and doing the windowsill and the inside frame. And I'm also going to do that on this. I like my windowsills
recessed.
so I have a tendency to cut this little notch. I think I want to collapse this piece here. Give some cuts right here, kind of give it a little perforation sort of feel. So I don't want it to be a seam break. It's already detached up here. I like that already. My next part is going to be putting a roof piece on here. Now this is going to hang down
Like that.
so I'm going to put a piece of roof sticking up with busted rafters that I'll hang ropes from, or like a rope ladder or something. Poke holes so then I can run dowels out of this and kind of make that angle. And then I'll cut this piece of cardboard down after I start building on this. I built this little piece of collapsed roof to act as a place to set models. Why can't I talk? But I'm going to show you how I built that real quick. I'm going to start building that by scrounging through my box of offcuts because that's all I really need. So to start that, it's just like building the roofing or the flooring, just not connected to anything on a building. So I'll start with my piece is laid out like that in the similar grid pattern. I think I'll go ahead and put the in piece on here. So what I do is basically take this balsa wood and I'll just go. Okay, now that is really fragile. So we're gonna go back over it with coffee stirrers.
We're still good.
What am I talking about? I did the cross section, right? Basically do X's, but you notice that this time I made them smaller. That's so that I can put some tiles on there or shingles. That also gives it quite a bit better structural integrity. Put a few shingles on it and it's great. So let's put it back over here. Hey, that's kind of in focus. I think I want this chunk like there, maybe? Oh, it might live there. Fits there better. That one's gonna live there. And I'll make another one that fits right here. Got these walkways done, or at least the little ramp parts. Models can fit. It is a little wobbly, but I'm gonna use some of this twine, unwind it a little bit to its smaller bit, and use that. Maybe make a rope to climb or something. I'll use this. This was like in a package, an electronic package, I think. This material works really good just for cloth. It's kind of like cheesecloth, except I didn't have to pay for it. So that's what I'm doing next. Now I'm just going to add some more texture to this, try to cover any pieces that I don't like the look of. and then I will seal it, and this should be done. All right, well that looks pretty cool. I like the way it came out, but I kind of want to see it set up on the risers with some of their buildings. So I'm gonna do that real quick. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking my stuff out. I just started a Patreon, so check that out too. I'll have the links in the description. Keep crafting. Peace.